Live in the Zone. Back with another Picture Perfects conversation where I share the screen with a great photo guy that I have admired from afar. And I've seen their work and you should see it. And if you haven't, this gives them an opportunity to expound on how they got to be where they at now and a little origin story. So I got a photo guy with me, and like I always do, I like for them to introduce themselves so that you can tap in with them and you can follow up. So, Mr. Photo Guy, introduce yourself to the Picture Perfect
What
people.
up? What up? I'm I'm 41X. Everyone calls me Blaze.
Yeah.
uh, um, I I got into photography from um, I mainly made music when I was younger. I made a lot of music. I
I
have a
noticed
group.
that.
I started like rapping. I would freestyle in school. You know how it is, like in lunchtime, and then and then I started like getting beats off the internet, and I started recording. I started recording on those old school like cell phone headset mics with the
Yeah. Yeah.
smaller headphone jacks, like the
Yep.
1/16th or something.
Yep. 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 Yep.
So
Absolutely.
I would put that on with Windows Recorder, and I would have to record everything in just like one take.
Really?
And if I got it wrong, I would go back. This is before I knew DAWs. I was like 11 years old, 12 years old. This is before like I knew there was like digital audio workstations programs that's meant for that.
Yeah.
So I was just recording on that with a couple of my friends that I met that were like rapping too. And then from that we started like a little rap group back in the day. We used to
Okay.
be called BCF. We would do a bunch of local shows. We would go like perform at like colleges and things like that. And
Yeah.
then and then after a while, like out of everyone that was in the group, like a lot of them like weren't serious about it anymore. So like the three of us that were serious, we started a group called Banga Bangla, and we were making trap music. We were at first we were making like trap music in English. We were releasing songs. It wasn't getting that many plays, so we did one in Bengali because we were all from Bangladesh, all three of us.
Really?
And and then we made a trap song in Bengali, and it just went viral like all over Bangladesh. My cousins were calling me, everyone was calling me like, yo, um, I hear your song everywhere, like.
Really?
Yeah, so it
Back,
was like,
back, back over there.
yeah, it was just like 8 years ago. Yeah, so it was like, and then like that we did a good run. We did a few, uh, like we did an album, some singles. We did a deal with Sony. We released something on Sony Music India.
Really?
Yeah,
That's what's
so
up.
they we were like the first Bengali artists to ever be on Rolling Stone's India,
Mm.
and on Sony. So
Yikes.
it
That's what's up, man.
so it
Congrats.
was like, thanks. At one point, like when you're on Spotify, when you go to Bengali trap music, we were like the main picture of the on Spotify.
Yikes. That's what's up.
Yeah. So so but before we did that, like when we were in the group, the BCF group with all our friends, like we were all Bengali actually, all of us. We had one friend that was part of our group. He was half black, half Mexican, and but he dated a lot of Bengali girls while he was friends with us. So he started knowing he started speaking the language with us,
Yeah, yeah.
and yeah. So he was a really good dancer. So he rapped crazy. He was like freestyle king. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
my boy Drastic.
Hey, shout out to Drastic.
so so back when we were making music, we were like, oh, we gotta make a website, we gotta like take photos, make music videos. So so we just ended up buying a camera. We all put our money together, we bought a camera, and
You remember that camera? You remember which
it
one it
was
was?
a Nikon D something. I don't even know. D6 something, I don't know.
Okay, okay.
I'm not a big fan of Nikon anymore.
Yeah. No,
But it looked good.
understandable.
It looked good back then. It looked dope. I made it look good.
Yeah.
I was messing with like the Premiere and the coloring settings. So like we would I would just like and the lens I had, it was like a zoom lens, so it was like really shaky. I didn't have a gimbal. I got this gimbal, but it was like you had to like manually weigh it with like little weights.
Yeah.
so so I was like, man, this is too much of a hassle. So I just did it handheld. It was really shaky, but it got
Yeah.
the job done.
That's how it always starts, just making it
yeah,
happen out of whatever you got.
exactly. So I was like, okay, so I was like, we need to make a website. So I I I I used to dabble with HTML. Like I was always good with computers. Like when I went to when I was 12, like my dad would take me to his work with him. He had this computer store in Bellflower, and I would help him fix computers and like build computers. And at one point, I was at a level where he would bring me in as when he couldn't fix it. So I was like the expert troubleshooter when I was 12 years old.
Yikes. That's
and
advanced.
yeah, we would go like set up wireless printer networks back when
Okay.
this was back in like 2006, like when it was
Mm.
early before like
Yeah.
when Wi-Fi just first
Wi-Fi was
like
just kicking off.
yeah. So I would go set up at different businesses. I would set up wireless printers and networks for them with file sharing and document sharing and all those things. So I was always like really good with computers. So and I'm like I have this addiction. Like I'm addicted to knowledge. Like every time I like go and go online, like I'm always watching YouTube videos, learning new things, how to do new things, keeping up with tech news, camera
Absolutely.
news, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Graphics, LLMs, GPU, like. So like I'm like a big I'm a big nerd, big nerd
Yeah.
at heart.
Yeah.
um, so so we made this website and
Hmm.
we for I made a profile for each person and each person I made a video and it was like a looping video. It's like it's like it was like a choose your character type screen and you would choose one of us and it would show like it would display our character like like I made sure we highlighted like each person's character. So like my friend Celestial, he's like he was a big battle rapper. He was battling with like Thesaurus and like um,
Really?
Dumbfounded was one of his best friends. He recently passed away. Rest in peace. Um,
Peace.
but he was like the Bengali Eminem. But he would have these glasses on. He was like he's super cool and he was a genius. Like he could freestyle for like hours and hours and not stop and just keep going
Really?
with like crazy concepts using really big words, talking about like stars being born and
Yeah.
relating it to things. Like, it's crazy. He was like out of this world.
Yeah.
so so there was this on his one like I made his profile where like he hit the camera and then it would shake and then come back to him like so that was the looping with of him hitting the camera. So
Yeah.
it was fun. It was cool. We made a bunch of music like after what like in the beginning when I started making music like I was like getting beats off the internet and then once I learned how to make beats, like I downloaded this program called Fruity Loops. I don't know if you heard of
Yeah.
that.
Of
FL
course.
Studio.
FL.
So
Yeah.
that was like the first production software that I used. So I used that, and then I started making beats, and a lot of the beats that blew up and went viral were I made it on there.
Mm.
And then so like FL Studio is amazing. I just recently just got FL Studio a few days ago. I use Ableton now. Ableton is just I'm a little faster at it, and it's more fun making live music on Ableton.
Really?
But there's nothing like making drums on FL. That's like the best. So I'm gonna dabble with it again. It has a lot of new features, a lot of AI features. I opened it. It was like, oh, what do you want me to generate chords? I was like, okay, yeah, sure. I
Really?
generated some chords and I just
Was it
made a beat
good?
off of that. Yeah, it was really good. And you could pick. There was like hundreds of different like feelings you could choose from. It
Yeah.
was dope. Yeah.
I got to get into it. For the life of me, man, I've always wanted to be a producer, and I never acquired the patience to sit down long enough to learn different instrumentation, sequencing, the structure, and all that. But I
Yeah.
tried, and I gave it up.
Yeah, you got to pull up here. We could cook something up.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm terrible, but I definitely would admire a master at work because again, like your brain is like you said, like you geek out on it, but you have to be wired a certain way. I'm always fascinated with producers when they like I like watching the breakdown videos and how they came up about of constructing a beat because like it's like pulling stuff out of the sky and then you put it all together in a line
Yeah,
and it's like perfect sound.
yeah. Like when
Yeah,
you I feel like when you learn the rules of it, like when you learn the rules of how to make music and how to do videos, pictures, whatever it is. Once you learn the rules, then you can break them,
then you break them. Yeah,
and that's a whole nother art, you know.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. No, that's legit. You gotta have the patience to really understand. There's a
Yeah.
level of respect that has to go with it to be disciplined enough to understand the rules. Um, because you can't even that part takes a while to even learn all the rules.
Hmm.
No,
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel
Yeah.
that.
I started off as like just mixing and mastering because I've put in over like 15,000 hours into that. That's like my specialty out of more than
Really,
anything. Cause yeah, like mixing and mastering. So like I started on this program made by Roland called Cakewalk Sonar, and it was like back then, and then they went bankrupt. They sold it to this company called Gibson, and this company Gibson, it's like a guitar company. They went bankrupt, and then they sold it to BandLab, and now BandLab owns Sonar, and all the technology on BandLab is based on that software. And
really.
BandLab is really good. Have you heard of BandLab?
I've never heard of that one.
Oh, BandLab is what all the Gen Z and all them are. They're just recording on their phone. It has like all these presets already in there. It sounds amazing. Like I record my when I'm like trying to come up with ideas, I'll just be on my phone and it
Yeah,
just sounds like a finished song. Like when you're doing it, like
really.
yeah, you could just hook up your mic to it. Like you don't even have to mix it. It has like AI mixing, AI mastering. That's what like a lot of these younger rappers are using nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did that journey of mixing, mastering, and just creating music? How did that help introduce you to the world of photography?
So when I was doing that, I was like, okay, we got to get media out of us. We got to make posts. We got to do this. Back then, Facebook was big. Instagram
Yeah,
was barely coming out. So like we were after I got that camera, I started just taking pictures of all of us. For me, I would just put it on a timer and take my own picture. But I was taking pictures of each of us. That's how I made the website. Like I was like, I just have to do it. I can't just wait for it to get done. Not and I didn't want to find anybody because like I really like learning and I would watch a bunch of videos and read a bunch of like books and textbooks and like I would pirate textbooks and read it.
that that was the era though. That was a
Yeah.
thing. I don't know if that's still a thing today, but for sure, 10, 15 years ago.
Now you can just ask AI whatever you want. A lot of
That's
times
it.
it gets it wrong. A lot of times it
Yeah,
gets it wrong, but most times it doesn't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. Um,
I've been dabbling with like LLM like local LLMs now, like where I run it on my GPU, so I don't have to do it on the cloud like ChatGPT or
mm,
Gemini. I just download this. I got this new MacBook, that new M5 Max, so
really?
it has like 48 gigabytes of RAM. So I was like, you know
Yeah,
what? And I
you're
got the 4
good.
terabyte one, so I'm just
Oh,
loading it. Yeah.
you can store things for days.
Yeah, only have like half a terabyte left
Really?
in the internal storage. Yeah.
Yikes!
I
That's a lot.
downloaded it because some of those LLMs take up a lot of space because it
Yeah,
has to like fetch it from there, all the info, the database or
absolutely,
whatever it is. Yeah.
absolutely. No, I like that.
Yeah.
Yo, before you go, I want to ask my first question because it correlates really to your origin story and everything you just talked about. I hijacked my first question that I love to ask from my favorite movie, Brown Sugar, is and the question in the movie is when did you fall in love with hip hop? And you being starting out in hip hop and then transitioning to doing what it took to um make everything pop for y'all. When did you fall in love with photography? Was there love initially?
Hmm. I fell in love with photography when, like, the first time I picked up the camera and I took a picture and I saw it, I was like, wow, this actually looks good. And then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep taking pictures. And then I started researching about, like, the rule of thirds, the golden ratio, and all that. And I just, you know, went with that.
Yeah. How has it been navigating through the learning curve of all the rules, and like you mentioned earlier, like learning the rules to break the rules? How have you navigated with breaking the rules because you took the time to learn?
So I learned after learning the rules. At first, I was just trying to follow the rules. It was cool. Like, it was coming out like okay looking, average looking photos. But then I started, like, experimenting, like, with, like, dynamic angles, like trying to work on the framing more. Like, I remember when I first met you, like that time when I first met you and Smooth and everyone. Like, I went over there and then you guys were shooting, and you showed me some of your pictures, and I was just like, wow. I was like, I gotta get to that level. I saw everyone else's photos. I was like, wow, I gotta like turn it up a notch. But, like, thankfully, like, my girl, she designs. She has clothing brand, the Namaste, and then now I'm partnered with her. So, like,
Shout out to
I make,
Namaste.
yep. And we shoot all the time, like, literally, like, 3 4 times a week minimum. So, like, we have models coming here all the time. So, like, I got so much practice that I was able to, like, see, like, okay, does this look like photo that fits photo? Does it look like the Smooth photo? I was like, okay, I got to work on the framing more. And then I was like, I need to like turn it up a notch before the next Smooth meetup.
No, it was really your work that I saw. I was like, "Oh, okay, like I might need to. I felt like I needed to step it up because I have a particular way that I go about things, but I love being in the room with other photographers and seeing how they maneuver. And it's good as long as there's good energy there. We all pick up tips and tricks from each other, but the way you were able to navigate and just be like locked into it, because sometimes I can be locked out because I'm like, this ain't ideal or perfect, so I don't want to deal with it. But the way I saw you navigate to ensure got the shot, the content, I was like, okay, maybe I need to step it up because y'all were locked in the whole time.
Yeah, the way I look at it is like, okay, I gotta get this to look right, or else, like, if we put this on the website, if it doesn't look good, it's not gonna sell. So, like, I have to, you know.
Yeah,
So
100%.
that I'm just like, okay, I gotta do it. I gotta, like, make sure, like, I'll be sweating. It'll be super hot. I'll be, like, moving around trying to get the best angle, and then, like I just I just do whatever it takes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Do you have a preference when it comes to shooting? Natural light or strobe?
I prefer strobe. I like to control the light. I like putting, like, the sun behind someone. Like, I like that
Yeah,
to be their hair light, something that makes them
yeah,
glow from behind. And then I
yeah.
like to use my flash as, like, especially,
Fill it in.
like during a sunset, it's the best.
Yeah,
Like, at a
yeah,
beach with a sunset, there's nothing like that.
yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to get there to to understand that was your style or that was your preference?
Um. Well, at first I was shooting that. I was shooting on iPhones, like, for the website, like, cause, I didn't have, after, like, the Nikon, like, I don't know what happened to it. I forgot. But then, like, after that, I was using a Canon 5D Mark III that my cousin had, and he would let me use it. So I would always be using that. I was shooting, like, videos with that, pictures. But then, like, I started working for Samsung, and the Galaxy Note came out, and it was like it would take HDR photos for the first time, and I was trying it out. I was like, oh wow, this looks great. So, like, I started taking pictures with the phones, and then once, like, I started helping Akasha with Namaste, like, she was like, oh, I just shoot on the iPhone, and then she was like, I was like, oh, let me shoot one day, and I shot it, and she was like, wow, these are great, like. So and then I started helping her with it, and then um, I was mostly shooting on iPhone, natural light, no lights, and then we started investing in, like, some video lights, some and then we finally, you know what, it's time that we get a camera. So we got the FX3. Like we didn't need that many megapixels. Like I feel like 12 is enough. Like, and if it's more than 12 and you try to upload it to Shopify, it'll make you resize it. So it
Yeah,
was like the perfect camera. We were thinking of getting one for photos and FX3 for videos, but the FX3
yeah,
takes amazing pictures. We just made sure we got some really good lenses. That because that really matters. I feel
hundred
like that
percent,
matters more than the camera.
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
That's definitely a secret that polished photographers know. The new cameras
Exactly.
is cool, but you got that glass, like the glass separates, and that's really where you start to see a difference in people work. It's with
Yep.
lenses that they use.
Exactly. Yeah. And like these Sony GM2 lenses are amazing. Like I got a couple of those, like the 24-70 and the 16 to 35, and I barely use the 16 to 35. I'm thinking of selling it and getting some primes.
Yeah.
I want to get that 50 millimeter 1.4
Yeah.
and like a super wide, maybe like a 10 or like a
Yeah.
16. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, because like um, the 24 to 70 is like great for like I keep it on 98% of the time. Like
It's great for 99% of everything.
yeah,
100%.
and yeah. So, but I just sometimes I'm like I'm taking pictures and I'm like, oh, I want more bokeh, so I have to like walk back and zoom in. But that's why I want to get the 1.4 so I don't have to walk back and zoom in.
Yeah.
It'll just be like, right there.
Already there.
Yeah.
As what led to the decision of going with the FX3? Like having the Nikon, going from the cell phones, in the era in which you purchased it. Like, what was the leading factor for going with a Sony
So
camera?
So before I started shooting, I was directing videos, and we always rented a FX3, but it was always a Sony camera. But then like after a while, it was just okay. It has to be an FX, and then I partnered with someone, and then we're doing this pilot TV show that I was helping direct, and we were using an FX6, and I really liked it, but I didn't like that it didn't take pictures,
Mm,
and I really liked the internal NDs. That was amazing. But I just have
amazing.
like I have a little ND thing on my lens. I just like pull it down and
Yeah.
that's good enough.
Yeah.
So like I had one that had like a weird like greenish tint. So like I got a new one and now it's great.
Yeah. Okay.
So the FX3 like main reason I wanted to get that is because it has the 120 FPS slow mo, and I shoot most things in like 120 like SNQ mode, so we can take that and just like you already see it slow motion. We don't have to slow it down in post. So that was like the main reason, and also like I just loved how the picture is on the Sony Cinema line. Like it looks so great. Like it's very like pleasing to watch, especially if you grade it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. How was it navigating from the music space to being in a editing space as a photographer or editing videos? Did you find a correlation there to easily transition into that space?
So a lot of the music videos that I have released, like I was sitting there like editing with the with
Oh, you
my
was already there.
yeah, and I've been editing since like back in high school. I was doing little videos, making videos for people for their graduation videos. People would pay me to do all these like little edits. So I was doing that back in the day, and then I was editing on Premiere, but now like what I would do is I would edit on Premiere, and then DaVinci came out, and I was like, wow, I like their like node-based coloring system. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna export it as XML, take it to DaVinci and color grade. But it was becoming a hassle, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna strictly edit on DaVinci, and now I'm like
Yeah.
full DaVinci user.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have my power grades. I have one set up for each camera. Like, it's
Yeah.
great.
Been I've been thinking about jumping over to it because I've been with Premiere this whole time, and
Okay.
I mean I use Photoshop heavy, Lightroom
Yeah,
heavy,
same here.
and I've never felt comfortable with jump jumping over if the majority of my work is with the Adobe Suite, but I see people
Yeah.
talk about DaVinci all the time, and I'm like,
They're doing Marvel movies in DaVinci. It's
That's all
like
you gotta
industry
say.
standard now.
I wanted to, but I think for me what it was is so often in my journey, like when I saw advertisement or people talking about an easier way, like I used to jump to it, but then I had to talk to myself and be like, okay, you just need to sit down and learn the shit. So with
Yeah,
Premiere, I had the biggest anxiety with because I didn't understand the language. I didn't understand anything about it. But after I sat down, I'm not the best editor now, but I can navigate through it more comfortably now. And for
okay.
me, I just wanted to know that I have the ability to create a good final result, and Premiere still gets me that. So that's why I haven't jumped ship yet.
I
But if
feel
it's
you.
a bigger production and maybe, you know, some other things come about, I would consider using different softwares. I'm not opposed to it. I just haven't felt the need to jump ship because I, it's like driving, a Toyota versus a Honda versus a
Yeah,
or whatever. Like it's all a preference, but they all do the same thing. Yeah,
exactly.
some of their workflows are a little more advantageous for the user, but they all gonna get you a great product at the end, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I still enjoyed editing on Premiere, like not the color part, but the actual editing part. I
Yeah.
liked it better on Premiere.
Hmm.
DaVinci editing, like I don't like that you can't like pinch to zoom.
Mm.
I'm like, why would you leave that out? Like they just released a new version of it, and they still don't have it.
Yikes! Really?
That's why I have this mouse. Like I love this mouse. I've been using this is
Mm.
my third version of the same mouse. I've been using this for the past 10 years.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause I'll be like standing up like this and just using it like this, like on my TV, like that. Like
Yikes!
you know what I mean?
That's dope. That definitely
And
makes it
Logitech
easier for
X.
you.
Yeah,
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 I've definitely heard that the color the color editing part, the color grading part in DaVinci Pro or DaVinci Resolve is just like no other. How
yeah. It's
why is it so?
okay. So Um, on Premiere, it's just like lines of like each plugin that you put in. But on
Hate it.
DaVinci, it's like nodes. It's a square. You put each square. It has all the basic controls, and also you can put a plugin on it, and then you can take that to the next one, and then you can like make two of them go to one, and then mix them together. 30% this, 60% that. You can mix the two nodes to get like if you don't want the full LUT, you know what I mean? Like, and like it's just it's just a lot more intuitive. I feel like it's a lot more like expert friendly.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I agree with that.
and color grading is like my favorite part of the whole process. Like,
Really?
that's like what I look forward to. And every time that I go shoot, like I'll color grade everything the same night and have it in the Google Drive by the morning, and all the models will have it. Because color grading, I'm fast because I've done that for so long, and like it's my favorite thing to do. Like, and I watch videos about it all the time. Like, there were some really good master classes I saw on YouTube, but they removed it and started selling them now. So I was like, oh, I'm,
Yeah.
I'm glad I was able to see it before they removed it and started selling it. And then yeah, and then I just build my custom node tree, and I have that set for whatever project comes my way.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, color grading is color grading with video or even with photos is an art in itself. You know, a lot of people that initially embark on the journey think it's very simple. Think that you just lay a preset on it and it's done, but there's so much fine tuning and details that go into it.
Yeah.
How have even though you've had a history with color grading video, did you find any difficulties when it came to color grading and editing pictures?
So I've been using Lightroom on the phone for a while, like since it came out. Before that, I was using Photoshop because I didn't really know about Lightroom. It was just I So I would use Photoshop to edit each picture. So
Everyone,
like
yikes.
yeah. So I would shoot pictures. Like I would take photos of my cousin because she would model, and she'd be like, "Oh, where's the pictures?" I was like, "Oh, it's gonna take a while to edit."
Yeah.
But now, like I just put it on Lightroom. I I have my certain preset, my color grading preset that I like. That so I have. Before I wasn't using color grading until the color grade feature in Lightroom. I didn't start using that till like I would say like spring of this year.
Really?
Before I would just use everything else. I didn't even touch the color grading part. But then I was like, wait,
Very
because I was just
powerful.
trying. Yeah, it just gave it like a pop, like a feeling. What I separated like the opposite way, like the mids and the
And
shadows.
shadows. Yep.
Yeah, so shadows I put it a little bit towards the blue teal, and then I'll put the mids towards like the orange yellowish, just so like the skin and it just pops. It just looks nice. Yeah, so I started using that, and then I was like, okay, now I finally see a difference. Because before that, it was just like I didn't change the color, just the temperature and tint, you know. But I would paste it, and I would just go left and right, adjust the brightness and a few other little things, and then yeah, and then export those. I would say like I edit about at least 1,000 to 3,000, 5,000 pictures a day, like 1,000 to 5,000 a day.
Yikes.
Yeah,
That's a lot. I thought
yeah,
I
because
was
we
doing
do.
something.
So every time I learn something new, and then like I'll just like incorporate it in the next one, so it gets better. But DaVinci just released a photo editor built into it now
I heard.
with the new version. The only thing is like the the file the filing system is not as great yet, like the batch editing and all that. Once they fix that, I'm switching because like the color grading features on DaVinci is out of this world. I'm gonna use my nodes that I use for my videos, and I'm gonna put it on the pictures, and it's gonna be a whole nother level.
So all gonna look the
But
same.
yep, exactly. Because right now my videos look a little different from the pictures, but it's like okay, that video has a little bit more like, extra like color grading, film emulation, and all these things.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I like it. You know that's out of all these conversations I've had thus far, I haven't really expounded on like process, like production, post production processing. Um, because you said you edit a lot of photos. How do you um increase your time with getting it done? Like, what's your process to eliminate time? How do you go about it?
Um,
What's your approach?
so at first I was just like I would like a lot of some of the pictures that I took in the dark, like I would have to denoise them. So I would denoise them overnight, like the day before, and then I'll go in and edit them. But now, since I got this new laptop, I do some. While I'm editing on one laptop and pasting things, I'm editing on the other laptop too. And you can like, since they're both MacBooks, you can use the same mouse and keyboard for both computers. You just scroll left, it'll go to the other laptop.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like editing on two computers at the same time, and like,
that's nuts.
I, I might have to pull out my other MacBook and use three for some. But the other one is like a Intel i9, so it's like I try
Okay.
to export a video. It said it was gonna take 3 days. I was like,
Really?
so yeah. So I just have that hooked up to the LAN system with the wired. So and I have all my 28 terabyte hard drives connected to it, so I can access it from my phone or my laptop throughout the house, or anywhere in the world actually, because like it's connected to the server.
The
It's set
server?
up as a server. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you still edit photos on your phone?
Um, I don't anymore because I know how it's gonna translate, like from the computer screen to the phone now. Because like the way I have it set up, like I have a monitor too in my office, but my office is I'm still setting it up. It's just like because we just moved here, it's a mess in there. But I calibrated it, but it wasn't looking like my MacBook and my iPhone. So like I recalibrated it manually until it looked exactly like the color on these. So now I trust that monitor now. Before I was like, why is it looking like this? Like, but the calibration wasn't good. I had to like manually calibrate it to match.
Mm, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
So now I know how it's gonna translate to the phone. And then like DaVinci, what I do is like there's this thing you can watch the video on your phone while you're editing it on the computer through like this server thing. And if your clients want to see you editing, they can log into it. It's like a remote. It's like built into DaVinci if you have the pro version, I think. So I just do
Really?
that, and I put my phone next to me, and I connect it to the computer with wires, so it'll be like zero latency, and I'll just use that. And I also have my iPad as a clean feed of the video as well on my other side. So I'll just when I edit, but now like I don't I don't do that much to it, unless I'm doing like a big client job where they want like heavy like color grading, like they want me to make it look like a certain way, like they'll give me like a reference and I'll try to make it look like that. Yeah.
Okay. I want to talk more about your perspective. Essentially, I don't know if you have a specific title, but you mentioned it of photographing a lot for Namaste. I'm assuming like creative director. Is that fair to kind of suggest like that's your role with ensuring that you consistently get the images for the brand?
Yeah, I make sure like I'm always like constantly talking to new models every day. Like models are at first I was like contacting them from my music page, and before I started my photo page, and I wouldn't get as many responses. But when I started my own photography page and video, like I started messaging like people, and they're like, okay, yeah, let's do it. I like your photos, I like your videos, because it's like photos and videos I took, not pictures of myself. And then um, after a while, like now, like the models hit me up. It's like, hey, I want a model. Like I don't even have to hit anyone up. So like people like hit me up like, oh, they want a model for Namaste, and everyone loves Akasha's designs. They're fire. She's like combining like the Indian with the Western, and she's adding like a modern twist to it. So
Absolutely, great
yeah,
designs.
yeah, and she's been working on some new stuff. Can't wait to like show you guys that and release that.
Absolutely. How do you approach handling um the capturing of the photo? Obviously the garment, the designs is the sole focus, but how do you handle directing each model differently to ensure you get the best image?
So it mainly depends on like the outfit they're wearing. Like certain outfits look good with certain poses. And like as I shoot, like I learned what poses work with which one. So I'm like, okay, for this one, put your leg pointing this way and then turn your twist this way. Before I even like get into it, I'll like take a bunch of pictures and see what angles look best on the model. Because like you want to make them look good too. So
Absolutely.
once I get a feel of okay, this angle looks good on them, and then I could just tell them to move this way a little bit, and then the outfit will look good. So then I'll be like, okay, perfect, and then I'll just boom 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 take a bunch of pictures, and then move on to like another angle, and like yeah. But my goal is to make the outfit and the girl look as good as possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. How have you navigated through that process to be confident in that approach and it working?
At first, I was like, hey, Akasha, you gotta tell these girls what to do. These pictures aren't coming out good. Like, they're not posing right. So she would be there like telling the girls what to do, and I would be observing. Okay, this is how the outfit looks good. Okay, this like I was good at making the girl look good, but not the outfit. So like I would
Mm,
have Akasha like stand there with me. She would help. She would creative dart in the beginning, but now like she's like, oh yeah, go ahead. Like she trusts me completely. She knows like I'm gonna get every shot that's like good for the brand.
absolutely. Shout out
Yeah.
to Namaste. Y'all doing great work, man. I love to see y'all consistently at events, either your own or showing up to other events and always seeing the design. The energy is always 100. It's clear y'all understand marketing and advertising really well, and y'all not afraid to put in the work and the long hours because it seemed like y'all always on the go and always creating. So that's good to see, and it's inspiring to me.
Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, we'll be up till sunrise every night editing. I go to sleep when the sun comes up.
That's part of it though,
Yeah.
especially when it's a luxury, honestly. It's a privilege. when you can actually tap into not only your own vision and your own skill set, but you're also helping others. Because not even just with the designs, like even the models, they get an opportunity to be put on a grand stage that y'all have taken the time to build and to mature, and they get benefit out of that too. And that's why they're hitting you up directly, because y'all consistently do that great work, which is what it's about, building that community. And I've
Exactly.
noticed from afar, and even a few times being interjected and seeing the community sense and how y'all protect the brand, protect the energy that is centered around the brand, and consistently making good work. So I've seen it, and it's great to see.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What's some gear or something photography related that's on your radar that you're looking to purchase here soon, that's gonna make your life a lot easier, or just something that you just want to incorporate?
Yeah, I've been looking at the FX5,
I was
but
gonna ask you. I was gonna ask you.
I was ready to sell my camera and get that one, but it didn't take pictures. It doesn't take
Yeah,
pictures. So
yeah.
I was like, I can't. I don't want to have to switch cameras every time, you know. I just like press a button and switch, boom, and I can take pictures. Cuz what I do is like I'll have my flash receiver and the microphone on the camera at the same time. So like if I switch to video, pictures, like it's just like it's already on
Already
there.
there.
Yeah, and I have this like handle that I have for the side. I feel like that'll mostly benefit me and make things more efficient. It's like a controller to control the Lightroom. That I feel like that will help me a lot. I feel like I'm looking into some controllers, but I think that's going to be my next purchase.
Mm. Why Sony? Any Are you peeking over the fence looking at other brands, or you
I
completely
was
sold on Sony?
so I the reason one of the main reasons why I went to the FX3 is because the file sizes. You can shoot highest quality and you can shoot like 6 hours of content in one terabyte card with like highest quality S log, 10-bit. So like I just like the efficiency of that. Like um, the only reason I would want the FX5 is if I'm working on like big projects that require like heavier color grading because it's 16-bit internal raw. So that's like Sony Venice level. Like it shoots XOCN LT. It's a light version, but it's miles ahead of like the highest version of the FX6 or even the FX9. It's like Burano level. You know of the
Yeah,
Burano?
yeah. I know the
Yeah,
Brano.
they call it the mini Burano, the FX5.
I've heard that being
Yeah,
used.
yeah. But but like I don't need the FX5 because I feel like with my workflow I don't need that much color. Um, I usually light everything myself. Like I have a bunch of lights. But I guess I would probably invest in like a 600-watt light. In the daytime, like the 300 watts not good enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I probably should get like a 600 watt, like, cause the new Amaran Halos, they're really cheap. They're
They
only
are.
like $600 for like a 600 watt. And I used to use the Aperture
Apertures.
600D. Yeah, 600D or X, I forgot which one, but those were like they had like a big brick power supply, like this
Yep.
big,
Yep.
and it was bulky. It was heavy. Like now they're like reducing the size. Like I'm using a 120 watt Amaran Ray. It's like this small.
Yeah.
It's like a little bigger than the phone. And I have it at like 3% right now.
No, they're amazing. They're compact. I was walking through Sammy's camera store the other day on Saturday, and I was like, yeah, makes me want to
Yo.
empty the pocket for those.
And you can get these batteries. Let me show you. This battery right here, you just clip it on. You don't have to plug anything in. It has some pins.
Mm,
You clip it
yeah,
on, and then boom. This will like at 100% it'll only last like 45 minutes, but at
yeah,
at like 10-20% it'll last like all night.
forever. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And you don't need that
yikes.
much with the FX, like with a 12,800 ISO. When you're shooting videos, it's like it sees better than my eye in the dark.
Do you ever go that high? You've had to go that high
What?
before? You've had to go that high before?
So
12.8?
for videos, the base ISO is 800 and 12,800.
Right.
When you're shooting S-Log3 with Cinegamut, whatever, when you're shooting that way, you can only choose 800 or 12,800. You can't choose anything else. So, and that's where the noise level is the lowest too, at those ISOs with that video. But the new FX5 has a 4,000. It's a triple base ISO.
Yeah.
It has a 4,000, but I just use an ND.
Yeah.
I just bring it down with the ND because 12,800 is usually too bright.
Absolutely.
So I'll bring it down with the ND, and I'll put some noise reduction on that too when I'm editing, like if it's 12,800.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one do you like? Which process do you like most? Photography or videography?
I like video, like editing videos more, like video or color grading videos because it's like moving and like you can isolate things and you can do it in pictures too. Pictures take me longer because it's like so many pictures with the video. Unless it's like a music video or something like a big production, I'll just color grade the whole clip with one setting, and I'll just export each clip with it already color graded, and then we'll edit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started out with photography. I had a end goal of filming and directing and cinematography and all that, but I started with a goal of wanting to learn the basics and to build from there. I definitely love photography the most, but
Okay.
um, unless it's a simple edit on a video, is butter for me, as a photographer, because I'm so used to copy paste and just not overkilling it, whatever it
Yeah.
needs, throw a LUT on it, couple adjustments, keep it
Yeah.
pushing.
I see your editing. It's flawless. Like I see like
Thank you,
you're
brother.
making their skin look so good. I'm like, damn, like
I'm trying. I'm trying. It's hard
yeah.
because all skin complexions aren't the same. And,
Exactly.
depending on the time of day that you shoot, depending on, the mood you're trying to convey, it's a lot. It's a lot that a lot of people don't think about. And copy and pasting on everybody ain't always going to work. Especially if you have a group of models and, they got different shades and stuff. That's important to truly understand. So I've been working at it. I appreciate the compliment. I'm definitely still trying to find ways to get better. I still on YouTube University, and I
Yup.
tap in with people all the time about it to try to understand it, because I like for mine, and it's not there yet, but to look movie quality,
Okay. Yeah.
and that requires just paying attention to the details, and I'm
Yup.
not there yet, but I definitely want to be proficient in that.
I feel you. Like
Yeah,
lately, I've been dabbling with more of like that film look too. I noticed like in those type of looks, like it's not like a bunch of different colors. They'll mute some of the colors. They'll bring out certain colors so that the complementing colors can contrast those colors instead of like having all the colors pop. You want to make some of those colors less saturated. So just so that it looks more like it gives you more of an emotion. It's like when you see the contrast is everything.
yeah,
Art is all about contrast. Before a song drops, it has to like be like low energy, and then boom, it goes to the big energy, and that contrast is what makes people hyped. So like all art is, I feel like, is all about the contrast. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
so like once you get that right, it gets fun.
Yeah, and
But
and you have to understand like where your comfort level is with it, because there's levels to it. I love like deep contrast, heavy contrast. A lot of people are scared of shadows, which I don't knock, but I like that heavy contrast between, like,
yeah,
how I lit myself is how I like my images or my videos to look. I like that shadow to carve out. I like some color
yeah,
pop. I like
yep,
some a bright light in the back on the record player. It appears to be different than what's on me. I like stuff like that
yep.
because it almost looks like a movie.
Yeah, right. Yours looks like a movie right now. I'm looking at it. It looks
Yeah,
dope.
that was the
Yeah,
goal.
yeah. I was trying to do that. Like I have my like, I have my that light up there, and then like I have this light over here. But like
No,
this room is, this is like a spare bedroom in the house. All the other rooms we're still like setting up because we just moved here. So I was like, okay, this one's cool. It's like a blank background, but
no, you're
but
good.
I'll
That the lighting may not, but the framing, the framing is where it's at. Cause I like the window right there, so it gives me something
yeah.
to. I feel like I know exactly where you're at because I can see how you framed yourself. So you did well.
Thanks. I did this like right 5 minutes before we got on the call.
Perfect timing,
I,
man.
yeah, I already had it set up downstairs because like I was doing a shoot earlier over there, so I was just like, just move this up.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Yeah.
What's a project throughout your journey, or a session, or just a piece of work that really defines the journey that you've been on and that you're most proud about? What's some work that you've done recently or throughout your entire time that you really go back to often, to really give you
Um,
perspective?
I directed a few music videos for Akasha, and also produced the songs. And I really like I those videos. Like I directed it. I helped come up with like the storyline. I came up with the angles. Got all the props on Amazon. Like all that. I like how it came out. When we did this like Indian cowboy type of video. I don't know if you've seen any of her music videos.
I've seen a
It's
couple of
like
them.
have you seen the Indian cowboy one?
I don't recall specifically, but
Okay. But yeah, that one, it was cool because like she was incorporating her designs and mixing it with some like Western like hats and things like that, and making like it was like a cowboy thing. Like it started off with her and her girls. They're at the bar, and then these bandits come in, and the bandits are
mm,
causing trouble, and then she does a showdown with the bandit
yeah.
boss. Like you gotta check it out. That was a really fun project.
It's
I
on
really liked
YouTube.
working on that. Yeah, it's on YouTube. Just go to
Okay.
type in Akasha Rec. It's called Nasha, Nashaa.
Okay. I have to check it
Yeah,
out.
yeah. That's when I had my dreadlocks. I had like big red locks. I just cut it off of like right before I met you. I think.
Yeah.
Did I have dreadlocks when you met me?
No, you didn't have it. But
No.
and
Okay.
when I saw your Instagram, I was like, damn, that don't look like him. That the
Yeah,
right person?
I think it was a few weeks before that I cut it off.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm growing it back. My hair's getting long, so I'm about to you know I might do it again. I learned how to dreadlock myself now, so I'm gonna do it myself.
No, I like it.
Yeah.
Where you're operating at now, um, did you see that in the cards when you first picked up that cell phone and you were just trying to make content for the website, and just doing stuff for the group? Did you envision the knowledge and the skill set that you possess today?
I didn't think I would be doing all this. I thought I was gonna because I was working in IT. Like right out of high school, I was working for IBM and Dell. I was going to like Morgan Stanley, Merrill Lynch, all these like big,
Yikes.
like all the Best Buys and Targets in the LA County. I replaced all the servers, installed the POS systems,
Really?
and like yeah, I was doing that for Dell and IBM. So like that's what I was doing. I would update their like the lobby computers and the servers in the server room. It would take all night to do it, so I would start working on it while the scripts are running. I would go to sleep and they would give me a room. I would go to sleep, wake up, come back, finish, eat the Hilton breakfast.
Yikes. That's a good job.
It was cool. I that field, I wasn't really into it. Everyone in that field was either really unhappy or divorced. So I was like, I'm not trying to be in this field. I'd
My
rather then
my
I
younger brother's in there now. That's what he says.
yeah, IT like and IT doesn't even pay that much anymore. Like back in the day, like I was at a point where they were still paying good, and I don't know. I didn't want to be in that field, so I started working as a brand ambassador. I was like, I was going to different conventions. I was working at E3 for YouTube at the YouTube gaming booth.
Mm.
I worked for Bethesda when they released that last Fallout 76 game. So I was like working a lot of like different conventions representing brands, and then and after that I stopped, and I had a lot of music clients. I would produce and like mix and master, record people, and shoot their music videos. So like I got into that, and then so I stopped doing the brand ambassador stuff, and I had a lot of clients back then, so I was just like I just kept doing it, and then I was DJing at underground raves, like Licking
Really?
Dip and like Tech Me Out. So like that was fun too. And then Tech Me Out hired me to do their video promo stuff. So
Really?
yeah, so I was doing that, and then like after I already knew Akasha, but after we got together, like we both got booked to perform at the same event, and I met her. I think it was on her Sweet 16. My boy was dating her friend, and he took me to her birthday party, and that was the first time I met her.
Mm.
But we didn't really get close until later on. Like throughout the years, we were friends. Before we were friends, I got her phone number at this like party at UCR, like and it didn't really go anywhere. We talked a little bit, but then like every time we ran into each other, either I had a girlfriend or she had a boyfriend. So like when we got booked to perform at this show, like we were both single, so
Yeah.
like it was just history from there.
Perfect.
Like she was there trying to set up during sound check. She was trying to set up her interface with her effects, and she was having a hard time. So I came in and saved the day.
Really?
And, yeah, because I'm like really good with like tech things, like audio, like live audio, and all those type of things. So I just
Yeah.
love learning about it.
Came in
So
and
I
saved
set
the
it up for
day.
her. Yep. And then yeah, ever since then we've been hanging out like almost every single day.
Yeah. That's
So
what's up.
and then we got together, and then I started helping her with her brand, and now I help her, and I still have my own clients. So, but like, I mainly help with the Namaste because you know that's what pays most of the bills. But like, my other work also pays the bills too. But
Absolutely.
Namaste is more consistent.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it definitely has some brand identity that is very notable and great quality. So I know that
Yeah.
definitely helps. And you're doing great with the marketing. Every time I open my phone on Instagram, I see a new model with some Namaste on. So I like
Yeah, and you shot with a lot of them too.
I have. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
And even y'all invited me to the house, and I got a chance to shoot a lot of that stuff. It was dope. It was dope, and that's why I knew I had to tap in because when you meet genuine energy and people that are on a grind and very mission focused, like those are people you want to consistently tap in with and just build with. So that was
Exactly.
definitely y'all, definitely you. So definitely wanted to make sure we highlighted the great things that y'all doing because again, every time I see, I think I'm working hard, and then I see 10 or 15 posts of y'all, I'm like, okay, I ain't working hard enough.
Bro, Akasha's a workaholic. She's like posting all day, like all day. She's just posting. Like
Yeah,
we're like watching a movie. She's like making a post, and then she'll be like, "Hey, the outfit, the color looks off on this one. It's supposed to be more." Cause like one thing about the FX3 is like it'll make all the pinks look red. So like so I have to go into my like little DCTL plugin and adjust the colors. So like I'll have my laptop with me because I'm always like editing. So like she'll be like, oh, the color's off, so I'll just open up that project, re-export it, send it back to her, and she'll finish the reel or the
yeah,
picture or whatever it is.
yeah.
Yeah, and then um, since I'm always editing like the color grading and the pictures, she really likes how I edit because like I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on how to edit videos and like so like if you ever see like clips where it's like zooming in on each clip or zooming out, then you know that's me editing that reel
Mm,
because I'm
okay.
using DaVinci's dynamic zoom feature.
Yeah.
I love that. That's like my favorite thing to do, like the dynamic zoom on there.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So you do that in post. That's not you filming it like that.
No, I mean I'll film it like that too, but then like I noticed Smooth told me he was like, oh, you do a lot of zooming in your clips, like you should try just to stick to like one focal length, or one like zooming, like try to stick to 50 millimeters or 35. And I started doing that, and the clips became more usable because I could always do those zooms in post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like that. Shout out to Smooth. He always
Yep.
sharing knowledge.
Yep. He's a beast, man.
He is.
He's killing it. He's
He's
always
up
killing
all
it,
night too, just like y'all.
bro. Bro, I feel like he probably works harder than me. He's
Yeah,
like he be running on no sleep. I can't run on no sleep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel the need to do so, but sometimes you do gotta just let it breathe and come back to it the next day. But again,
Exactly.
that's something that I admire about y'all is just the willingness to put in the work. Consistently. That's the biggest thing. Some people are really great at the craft and yeah, they do great work, but they're unable or they're just unwilling to be consistent with it, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes it varies, but definitely not a problem here.
Yeah.
I got two more questions for you.
Okay.
Describe your shooting style using three movies. When you think of how you approach shooting,
Ooh.
it could be video or photo. Like name three movies that kind of encompass how you're trying to get that final result.
Movies. Hmm. Man, there's so many good movies. Every time I see a movie, I'm like, wow, the color grading is so good on this. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
um, I don't know the movie names on top of my head because a lot of the good, really, really good color grading is on movies that the movies weren't that great, but the color grading was. So I'll just watch it for that. Like, there's so many good ones. Let me see. What was the recent one? Oh, that new. Did you see the new Spider-Man movie?
I haven't. It's
Oh
good.
my god, it's so good. It's
Yeah.
so good. Yeah. I really like how Marvel color grades their stuff.
100%.
It's kind of like how you did your thing right now.
Yeah.
Like their lighting style.
Yeah.
Like that's like my favorite. Like when there's colored lights coming in from the back and like a mix of like neon type colors. I
They're
really like
very
working with.
detail driven.
Yeah.
It's the finest details. You're like, God, why didn't I think of that?
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
they'll move it like just like a few little centimeters this way just to like
Yep.
get the lighting perfect. Like
Yep.
yeah.
It matters.
Yeah. But I would say like my favorite color grading is like on the on those Marvel movies. I was like watching the Spider-Man movie. I was like, I wonder if they shot this on the Sony Venice. Because you know how Sony owns
Mm.
Spider-Man. I looked it
Yeah.
up and they didn't. They shot it on the Alexa. The
Really?
Arby's. Yeah. I was
Yikes.
surprised. I was like, dang, like why? It's because they have a bigger sensor size. So like,
Mm.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's the industry standard too. So yeah. But the Sony Venice, like the Venice 2 is out now. So the first Venice it costs less than the Burano. It's like
Mm.
15, 20,000 now. You
Yeah.
can get it for that. And it used to be 100,000 when it first came out.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's such a big camera, like
Yeah. Definitely,
so like
definitely circumstantial.
exactly. But I feel like the FX5 is good enough for Netflix. 16-bit RAW. It's good enough for a whole feature. Like you seen the creator?
Yeah. They use the
That was all
FX3.
exactly. Like when I saw that, I was like, wow. Like, I'm like that's what this could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Sony definitely does great work. Like I'm not opposed to using. I'm a Canon shooter, but I'm not opposed to Sony. They're definitely an industry leader for a reason.
Yeah.
Um, when it comes to
Video
their
wise,
video wise, for sure. Um, but it's
but
to
I feel
me
like Canon's probably better at pictures, right? The color science.
again. I think it's so. It's like pulling hairs. It's all
Yeah.
about your
Everything is.
preference.
Yeah.
Everybody's good, you know. So depending on putting on what you're trying to do. If you're not trying to create a movie to go into the box office, and it's gonna live on YouTube or whatever phone, like
Yep.
everybody makes great quality nowadays. Again, like you mentioned, workflow. You want big files or you want little files. You
Exactly.
got the computer to manage all that because everybody. we'll look at specs, but you gotta have a support system to handle all that
Yep.
power.
And the storage nowadays is so
Yes,
expensive. Oh my god,
crazy,
like
crazy.
like I have two 28 terabytes completely full. I have like
Mm,
6, 7, like 4 terabytes, and then one 8 terabyte. So like, so like now, I'm starting to delete the RAWs. I've
yeah.
kept all the RAWs from the past. So everything from 2024 and forward, I have all the RAWs. So like, I'm starting to
Mm.
delete the 2024 RAWs right now because I'm not probably not gonna use that stuff again. So like, I just go by like that, and then just
You
eventually I'm
keep
gonna have
you keeping
to
JPEGs
delete.
though?
I keep everything on Google Drive. So like, I have like the 5 terabyte on Google Drive, and then
Mm,
I have like a few accounts that have that Google 5 terabyte
okay.
plan on. So like for the Number Slate, I have like a separate account, and then for my client work, I have a separate account. I'm not even like 2 terabytes yet, you know,
Mm.
with that. So I feel like I got years of things I could fit in there, and I'll just increase it once I. And I'm sure the storage prices are going to come down eventually when they finish building these chip factories in Texas and all these other places they're building.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
SD
Yeah,
cards, SSDs, man, they crazy.
bro. I should have bought another 28 terabyte before the prices went up. I was about to buy it, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get a light instead because I really wanted the Amaran Ray, so I got this instead. But the price of this is still the same. That hard drive I got it for like 400 or 500, and now it's like 1,300.
Yes. Yes. It is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm pulling hairs now. Like I pulled out an old Lacy hard drive.
Oh, I got a couple of those too.
I wasn't even using it because I got SSDs for days. But when the prices got so crazy, I was like, shit, I need to use the hard drive. And now I'm buying like gaming SSDs to store stuff on temporarily. It's crazy. A lot of people don't understand. And even the SD cards, the SD cards or the CF Express cards, they triple and quadruple in price.
Yep. I got lucky. Like before, when I was working on the pilot TV show, when I was helping direct that, like they gave me these two 1 terabyte Sony Tough cards that are compatible with the FX3. That was one of the reasons I got the FX3 too. Is because I didn't want to have to get new, SD cards. So I have the CF Express Type A, and the FX5 uses the same one. So I have two of
Mm,
those. Two, each one is 960 gigabytes, and usually, like if it's like a full day of shooting, I'll fill the whole thing up. But if it's like a half day, I'll fill up like half of it, little maybe a little less. But it's like the perfect size.
yeah, no, I like it. It's definitely tough out here for photographers. So y'all make sure y'all be easy with them because we all navigating. My final question for you, brother. Final frame. Your closing remarks. Give some advice to somebody that is beginning their path similar to how you began yours. Really not knowing what to do and how to navigate, but they clearly are ambitious and wanting to do something special. What advice would you give someone that is embarking on a journey similar to how you started yours?
so I think the best advice I could give is like, instead of focusing on the technicalities and focusing on, oh, this should be this a little bit higher, you're supposed to do this. Go by how you feel when you look at, like, if you turn up this exposure a little bit, how do you feel? If you turn down the shadows, how do you feel? Like, go with the feeling over what looks good.
Like
I feel
that.
like the feeling you get when you're editing, like, oh, that's more important than how it looks.
Mm, I like it. So the intentionality with it. Like,
Exactly. Yeah. Even
what did,
not just with photos, even with, like, if you're mixing a song, making a beat, whatever you're doing, like, just if it feels good, then that's the right choice for it. But if it doesn't feel good, even though it sounds good or looks good, that's not the right choice. It has to feel good. That's the number one thing.
I like it. that feeling thing is not preached enough, but it's definitely the
Thanks.
separating factor between good and great. I like that. Definitely going to help somebody along their path, and even those that are well on their path, like you and I. Like that's a great reminder of do things with intention and do
Thank you.
things that just feel great. A final remark: shout yourself out. Tell the people where they need to uh look you up at and find you, your socials, and whatever else you got coming down the pipe that you want to share.
Bet. So find me on Instagram at the 41X Project, THG 41X Project. And my music page is 41X Music. And the brand, Namaste Collective. Go and check out the clothes. Go get it for your girlfriend, for your wife. Guarantee you it's going to make her look 10 times better.
I like it. I like it. Zoners, that's another picture perfect conversation. You make sure you tap
Yeah.
in with this photo god as he's consistently doing great work. Everybody that he shouted out, make sure you tap in. Definitely Namaste. I
Thank you.
agree. I've seen a lot of the great work personally, shot a lot of the great work that they've done. It's definitely something you need to have on your radar. So again, Zoners, this is for you. This is what we do. We shout out photo guys that are putting in the great work, and we're going to consistently do that. So until next time, tap in. It's Mr. Five in the Zone. This is cool. Appreciate you again, brother.
All right. See, good talking to you, man. We gotta
Yes,
link up soon. I'm
sir.
gonna do a photo meet soon at the house. So let me know when you're free. I'll try to do it in a day where everyone's free. So yeah, let's do it
Yeah, let me know. You know I'm there. I love the great work that y'all doing. So tap me in.
for sure. All right, it's great talking to you.
Appreciate you, brother.